Ah, hello there! Welcome to the fire. Got a story here about a DM who ends up railroading a situation with a player and takes away their agency. DM kills my character permanently. No hope for resurrection. r/RPG horror stories posted by Otome Amnesia Fan. Now, I know that this sort of thing isn't always a bad thing. It could bring a sense of importance and heartbreak to a party. That is wonderful for RP and combat. However, with this particular incident, I don't feel like that was what the DM was going for. This was my second group I had ever played with. It was not long after I had already gotten into D&D. My first group was amazing, so I wanted to play a lot more D&D with more people. This second group story this time centers around the time we played the Waterdeep modules, Dragon Heist, and Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I played a dragonborn paladin who wanted to score riches from the dungeon to save his old mining company he grew up with. Sometime into the campaign, we managed to fight and kill Xanatar, with some help from some powerful NPCs of course. With the items needed for the main quest of Dragon Heist, we also managed to score some nice magic items off of him, one of which was a ring of mind shielding, which my paladin tried on. Roll a wisdom saving throw. Our DM told me. I failed, barely shy of the DC. We were all incredibly worried that this meant I would now be possessed and try to attack and kill the other party members. However, to the others, it appeared nothing happened. In truth, my paladin's soul was now permanently fused with Xanatar's. The DM told me that I was now to RP as my paladin possessed by Xanatar and try to make sure nobody knew the merging happened. If I did well at it, he would grant me special perks for my next character. I was of two minds of this at the time. On one hand, cool bonuses for my next character was great. On the other, it felt wrong and awkward to RP it out. One of the worst moments this happened was when I was trying to buy my paladin a flame tongue. However, my character didn't have enough gold to cover the cost. Because of this, Xanatar tried to push me to steal it. I knew this would certainly break character for a paladin, and that I would not get away with it, but it felt like the DM wanted that to happen. Luckily, I scraped by with the help of the party rogue giving me the necessary funds. Another thing that he was forced to do was acquire Xanatar's pet goldfish. It was kind of annoying since I had to do it solo, but nothing too bad. This all came to a head though when the party had actually entered the Undermountain. We had currently split up, with my character being with the rogue and a new wizard friend of ours. We were scouting ahead, getting some loot, and found a magic axe. It was so sharp it could practically cut anything. I decided to keep it in our bag of holding to give it to our barbarian friend. This proved to ruin it all, as the axe for some reason cut a hole open in the bag, which just so happened to carry the fishbowl, which plopped right in front of the two. Roll initiative, the DM told us. I was now deeply upset. I did not even handle it carelessly, and for some reason, the DM decided that out of all the magic stuff in the bag, the fishbowl was the only thing that didn't go away. Now I was fighting the other two, and I felt just terrible about it. The DM did not take control of the character and had me fight it out. I didn't want to kill them, so I went as easy as I could on them. I thankfully had him die before they did. They then tried to get my character revived. That did not end well. when they revived my character, the DM decided to control my paladin as they slaughtered the cleric who revived me and tried to kill the others. He died once again, and this was his final death. I could no longer play my paladin because he no longer existed. His soul permanently fused with Xanatar. I leave this story with a question. Do you guys think this was okay for the DM to do? I understand the idea of consequences for your actions, but it felt more like the DM was being overly cruel, if anything. Either way, all I know is this: play your character how you would play them, even if they're possessed by an abomination. Edit. Some additional information, since I noticed some might be confused by a couple of things. Firstly, the DM had combat initiate because the wizard recognized the goldfish being that of Xanatar's. Though I still find it dumb that while everything else in the bag of holding got sent to the astral plane, the goldfish stuck around because the DM said it had magic enchantment. Anyway, second thing is that this was my second group I ever played with, and I had not had a month of experience by the time I joined them. I also played with them more frequently than with my first group, so I felt like they knew best about D&D stuff, so I never thought to disagree with the DM on this. And finally, I am no longer with this group. It was not because of this incident, but several different reasons and incidents that deserve their own horror stories. Oof, that's rough, buddy. I will say that being able to play your own character possessed by an evil entity does sound fun and interesting. I also do understand it may not be everyone's cup of tea. One of the things that does rub me the wrong way here is that it all came down to just one failed saving throw for it all to happen, and then there's no way to undo the situation. This could have been a really great RP and character moment. It's a shame that the DM pretty much railroaded the whole thing and took away the player's agency. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And would you kindly follow the socials posted in the description below. As always, be good, be great, be awesome.